if you're traveling in a country and being reimbursed in another country for expenses, sometimes it can get tricky because you have to convert. For example, in today's video, we're going to convert euros that were spent while on travel because our reimbursement system is in US dollars. So we need to make that conversion. So stay tuned. We're going to use two tools. We're going to use ChatGPT and a converter that you can use to do this task. So stay tuned and we'll get right to it. All right. So the first thing we're going to do is use this tool. Now, you're going to have to pause the video and just copy down this URL. And I will try to remember to put the URL in the description so it makes it a little easier for you. But here, this is a tool I do use, although you're going to see that conversion rates are different based on who you use to do the conversion. And so you're going to have to, it's kind of working on averages. So it's more of a science, more of an art sometimes than a science. So, but let's just go ahead and use this tool here. We're going to use the number of 98.54 euros, and we're going to convert it to US dollars. And we're going to do that as on June 19th, 2024. Notice here our number is 107.28. 98.54. Let's hit go. Let's see what it does. So here it says that 98.54 euros is equal to 105.92 US dollars. So if our expense report is paying back on US dollars, we're going to copy that amount right there, 105.92. We're going to copy that amount as the amount of money spent on our expense report. Okay? So that's using this tool. Again, pause the video. We need to copy down that URL. The second thing we're going to use is ChatGPT, and we're going to use this. We're going to need to do this in two phases. So the first thing we're going to need to do is find out what the exchange rate is. Notice here I've highlighted it here. Now I'm just asking Google. I'm doing a standard Google search, and I'm saying Euro to USD exchange rate for a specific date. Now we're going to say 19 June. I'm sorry, what did we use here? We used 19 June, right? All right. So we're using 19 June here. 19 June. And we're going to do 19 June here as well. We're just going to hit go. Notice it says the exchange rate is 108. Here, it tells me that the exchange rate, I don't know if it actually displays. Oh, there it is right there. Shrink that down. So we're not going to catch, there we go. Keep the URL up there. If we look at the exchange rate, it says that the exchange rate is 107. And here it's rounding up. So this is 107.49. This is rounding up to 108. So you're going to have to figure out which one you're going to use. I'm going to use in this example just so we can show the difference, 108. So here I'm going to use ChatGPT to do that conversion for me. So if you've never used ChatGPT, just go to Google and type in ChatGPT right here. And you're going to come up with this screen. And you're going to just select here where it says ChatGPT. And it's going to pull you open to a screen that looks just like this. And you're just going to click on Start Now. And when you do that, it's just going to come right to this screen right here. We can click on it again. It's going to come right to that screen right there. Okay? And then we're going to put in that, we're going to put in some text, which you see there on the screen. So we're going to convert, let's go here to make sure it's the same. We're going to convert 98.54 euros to US dollar using the exchange rate of 108. So we're just going to say 108 because here, that's what it says, 108. Okay, so we remember the step here is we went to Google, did Euro to US dollar exchange rate for a specific date. It gave us the number. Then we're just going to ChatGPT and we're writing in convert our dollar amount in euros, not dollar amount, our euro amount, right here, to US dollars using US dollar exchange rate of 108. We're just going to hit on that up button. and it's going to tell us and do the math for us. Now, because it's explaining how we're doing the math, how it's doing the math, we can go ahead and do this math ourselves. We can add it to a spreadsheet, for example, or do whatever you want to do. But here it's saying that the total amount that based on $98.54 and an exchange rate of 108 is 106.45. Here, because it's at 107.49, the amount is 105.92. So you can see there's about a 50-cent variance there. So you're going to have to figure out whoever's accepting the expenses, if they're particular on which tool you use, they may tell you because it will give them a different exchange rate. But you can see here that it works. The other thing is, let's just go here real quick and change this to January. We're going to run through this model one more time as a review. So let's just pop this into January. Same date and hit go. It says that on January it's 107.28, and it says here that the euro exchange rate is 108.87, so almost 109. So here, let's just go ahead and say we want an exchange rate for that date in January. We're going to hit go, and notice here that the exchange rate now says it's 109.15. So this guy was a little low. This guy just a smidge higher. So again, we're going to use this same text that we used here, and we're going to do the conversion. We don't have to tell it it's January because it doesn't care, but we're going to put in 109. We can even put 109.15 if you want, since that's what the rate is. We're going to hit go, and then it's going to convert it for us, and the total amount due on our expense report is approximately 107.57. Okay? So that is the number that we would use inside of our expense report to be able to get to where we want to go. You can use either of these tools. So again, you can use this tool and do it here. You're just going to have to copy down this URL, or you can use Google to find out what the exchange rate is and then plug that into ChatGPT. If we ask ChatGPT directly to put in, hey, convert this to US dollars, and that on, let's just say, for 1 January 2024. Let's see what it talks to us about. All right. So it needs the exchange rate to do it. The only one that really works for that is Copilot, and it still is taking a stab in the dark. So if we want to use the Copilot, we can use Copilot just by clicking on Copilot. And let's ask it the same thing. If we ask it to convert at the exchange rate of 108, it should give us the information and do the exact same thing, 106.93. Now, let's ask, so there's a nice little tool. The problem is that the tool does not give us the exchange rate. Notice it's asking for the exchange rate. So here, let's ask it one more time, but here we're going to say as of 1 January 2024. And let's see what it comes up with. So again, this is Copilot. You can get to it by just typing in Copilot. Here it's telling us that 98.54, the exchange rate, right, that it used was Canadian dollars per US dollars. I'm not really sure why it did that. So it's absolutely wrong. Okay? So be careful which one you use. This is not the exchange rate, so it's nice it gives it to you. Notice here it says 1.32. We're looking for the exchange rate of 109.15. I have no idea why it did this. Let's try a new topic and see if we do it one more time. As of January 2024. Okay, let's see what it does. So it might have gotten confused because it was building on another one. And sure enough, yeah. So Copilot, not so good. All right, so I would suggest that you just stick with ChatGPT and use that as your AI. Good luck.